Hey guys, it's Cassie. I'm going to be doing my practice yoga video number 1 for my Radiant Warrior yoga certification. This is going to be a 30-ish minute slow flow today, so I hope you enjoy. I want you to join me on your mat, legs crossed in a comfortable seated position, easy pose. Before we get started today, I just want to bring our awareness to our breath. Maybe closing your eyes if you feel safe to do so. We're going to focus on breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth. Just starting to notice any areas in our body where we may be feeling tension today. Back of our neck, our shoulder blades. Just being aware of how you're feeling in this moment. Continuing to focus on your breath. I want to start today with a square breathing exercise. So breathe in for the count of 4. Hold for 4. Out for 4. And hold for 4. Repeating that for a couple of cycles. Taking notice of where your breath is coming from. Is it coming from your chest or is it coming from your belly? We want to really engage our diaphragm when we're working on breathing and focusing on our belly rising and falling, almost as if a little baby when they're asleep, how you notice their belly go up and down and not their chest. Do one more cycle here. In for 4. Hold for 4. Out for 4. And hold for 4. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and start to flutter them open. We're going to begin with circling our body, Sufi grind. We'll start by going to the right. Gentle circles, noticing any tightness in your hips or your low back. Starting to warm the body, get ourselves prepared to start this class. When you're ready, go ahead and switch your direction to the left. One more. Okay, once you're ready, I want you to meet me in a tabletop position. You're going to focus on a cat-cow exercise here. So you're going to breathe in, bring your belly down to the floor, retracting your shoulder blades for cat. Deep exhale, round your shoulders and your back, cow. We're going to do 5 cycles of that. Inhale, cat, and exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Last one. Inhale, cat. And exhale, cow. When you've reached that final position, I want you to bring your toes together, knees come wide, and slide back into child's pose. Placing your forehead on the floor if your range of motion allows. We're going to walk our hands over to the right, getting a deep side body stretch. When you're ready, meet back in center, child's pose. Then we're going to walk our hands over to the left of our mat and stretching out that opposite side. This is great for people who sit at a desk all day, get tight in the shoulders. When you're ready, meet me back in the center. We're going to come back to our tabletop and we're just going to wake up our body a little more with some circles. generating power from your back body and your hips. Do 3 circles to the right at your own pace. Then come back, 3 circles to the left at your own pace. Okay, and when you're ready, I want you to meet me in down dog. You're gonna stay here for a moment, just pedaling out your heels, walking your dog. Continuing to focus on your breath and making sure you're getting deep belly breaths throughout this practice today. When you're ready, step, hop, or float your hands to the top of the mat in a forward fold. Come up to half back, forward fold, and swan dive, root to rise to a standing position. Hands to heart center, prayer pose. We're going to start warming up, generating heat in our body with some sun salutations. So I want you to start in a mountain pose, hands at your side. We're going to reach our hands up. If you have the range of motion, do a slight back bend and then forward fold. Flat back, forward fold. I want you to step your right foot back. Gently place your right knee on the ground, hands come overhead. Runner's lunge. Holding here for a few breaths. Hands meet on opposite sides of your foot. If you need that extra range of motion, if you have tight hips, that's okay to bring them on the inside. We're going to bring our opposite foot back to meet our hands in a tabletop position. Slide back into child's pose. And then we're going to meet in an up dog. And then down dog. Step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Flat back. Forward fold. Root to rise up. Hands come overhead. Take a gentle back bend here if you would like. And we're gonna fold back down, forward fold. This time we're gonna step our left foot back, gently bring that knee down to the ground to a runner's lunge. Hands come overhead. If this is too much on your shoulders, you can also choose to meet me here in a prayer position. Holding here for a couple of breaths. Hands frame your foot. Gonna bring that foot back, or knee back to meet our feet together, toes touch, fold back into child's pose. Meet in tabletop. We're gonna chaturanga our way down, so want to slowly engage our arms and work on a push-up this time. So we're going to count down to 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chest is on the ground. We're going to slightly lift our chest into a modified Superman pose or locust pose. Hands come back down on the ground. Push back into downward facing dog. Step, hop, or float your way to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Hands come to shin, flat back. Forward fold. Root to rise up. Hands come overhead. Hands to heart center. We're going to fold down again. This time we're going to meet in a high lunge, stepping our right foot back. Hands come overhead. Holding here for a few breaths. Hands frame your left foot, step back, drop to your knees, or you can do full plank position here. We're gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meet on our bellies. This time, if you want to take an up dog or a cobra pose, you can do so. Just doing what your body is allowing today, not putting yourself in any situations that cause you pain. Step back into down dog. Step, hop or float to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Flat back. Forward fold. Root to rise up. Hands meet, heart center. Forward fold. This time we're going to step our left foot back into a high lunge or crescent lunge. Hands come overhead. Noticing any areas of tightness. I'm a runner, so my hips generally stay pretty tight. Holding here for a few breaths. Hands come down to meet, framing your right foot. Step your right foot back. Gonna do one more chaturanga here, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up dog. And then down dog. This time I want you to step your right foot forward. Left foot is going to come to a 90-degree angle. We're going to meet in warrior 1. Holding here for a few breaths. Going to move into warrior 2. So your body's going to face the left side of the room, looking over your right middle finger. We're going to move into peaceful warrior. Left hand comes back. Holding your thigh, your calf muscle, just try not to put any pressure on your knee joint. We're going to do an extended side angle pose to the right. So right arm is going to come down, resting on your leg. Left arm is going to reach overhead, getting that stretch in your left side. Okay, then we're going to frame our hands down over our right foot. We're going to step our left foot up to meet the right. Gonna gradually root to rise. With hands overhead, we're gonna start working on our tree pose. So you can bring your right foot into your left thigh, into your left shin, or you can just gently touch it on the ground. This is to engage our glute muscles, our leg, all of our stabilizers on our left side. And we're gonna hold here. You can either keep your hands at heart center, hold your hands overhead, or if you would like to take a trident pose here or cactus arms, getting a little bit of shoulder retraction. Watching myself puts me off balance. Hold here for 2 seconds. Drop that right foot down. We're gonna step our right foot back this time. So coming into a warrior 1 on the left leg. Holding here for a few breaths. Meet me in warrior 2. Your eyes are going to gaze over that left middle finger. Right arm is back. Your right foot is perpendicular to your left, which should be pointing forward facing the room. I'm going to take a peaceful warrior. Right hand slides down your leg. Left arm comes up. And an extended side angle on the left. Holding for a few breaths. Go ahead and bring those hands down on both sides of your left foot. Right foot comes forward to meet the left. Root to rise. Now we're going to do tree pose with our left leg. One side is always going to have better balance than the other. Holding here for a few moments. If you have trouble maintaining your balance, one good trick is to hold your tongue to the roof of your mouth or find a fixed focal point to gaze at. All right, bring your foot down. We're gonna do into a couple of standing side bends here. So left arm is gonna slide down our left leg, right arm is gonna come over, meet in the center. We're gonna do the opposite side. Meet in the center. Look at my notes here. This time we're gonna, hands come up, forward fold. Right foot is gonna step back, high lunge. We're gonna twist open, warrior two. Then we're gonna straighten the left leg. We're gonna put our left hand down, sliding as far forward as we can, or you can use a block if you need extra assistance. We're gonna come into triangle pose. Right arm is coming straight overhead in alignment with our shoulders. If you can, gaze upward at your middle finger, trying to keep that straight line in your triangle. We're gonna cartwheel our hands forward. Right foot comes to meet the left. We're gonna step our left foot back. Coming up into warrior two. Straighten that right leg, and then we're gonna do triangle on the right side. Right hand is down on your right shin or on a block, or if you have full range of motion to go all the way to the floor, you can. Trying to rotate your core and your right hip open, not allowing that left hip to collapse in. Cartwheel your arms forward. Left foot comes to meet the right. This time we're going to take a step back with both feet, and we're going to come to a kneeling position. If you want an extra stretch in your feet here, keep your toes extended up. Just to stretch the arches of your feet. If you're a runner like me, they usually stay pretty tight. I want you to meet me with your arms up, kneeling pose, arms raised. And then we're gonna bring our arms into a T position. On our exhale, we're gonna rotate to the left, trying to see if our hip wants to cave in on one side or the other. Meet in the middle. Exhale, look over your right hand, right shoulder. Meet in the middle. We're gonna bring our hands back down into a tabletop. We're gonna take a few more cat-cows here. So inhale cat, exhale cow. Inhale cat. Exhale cow. Inhale cat. Exhale cow. We're gonna sit back into child's pose, taking this moment to rest, noticing any tension, all the areas of heat that we've worked up in our body. Come forward back into a tabletop. We're gonna lie on our belly for a moment. This time I want you to take your arms back by your side. We're gonna lift our chest up. We're gonna hold that for 3 breaths. Rest your body, lying your head on your mat. This time we're gonna do it again, but we're gonna lift both of our legs off of the floor with our chest into a locust pose. Holding for 3 breaths. And rest. Now we're gonna add, you can either choose to stay with your half locust or full locust pose, or if you want more of a challenge, we're gonna move into Superman. Arms come forward, chest and legs lift off the ground. 3 breaths. And rest. Everyone should be feeling pretty warm now. We're gonna come back up to our kneeling position. We're gonna work on a camel pose. So we're gonna be in kneeling. I'm gonna turn to the side so everyone can see me. Your hands are gonna come down, grabbing onto your heels. You're gonna gaze upward as you lean back, opening up your chest, feeling a nice, gentle stretch in your chest. If this is too much, just lean as far back as you can go. All right, coming back up. Go ahead and take a seat. Fix my headband. Okay, we're gonna come into a staff pose. For this, you wanna sit on your sits bones. Hands are gonna be by your side, maintaining a neutral spine, good posture. We're gonna extend our chest out, legs are forward, just holding this in a staff pose for a few breaths. We're gonna bring our arms forward. We're gonna go into a seated forward fold. Just going as far as your body allows without having to overarch your shoulder blades to get there. For me, I can only touch my shins today because I'm pretty tight from my long run yesterday. If you can go for your toes, you can. If you're really struggling with flexibility, another tool that you can use is a strap, and wrap that around your feet and hold on to the sides. Continuing to hold for a few more breaths here, really waking up that posterior chain, loosening up any tight hamstrings. I'm gonna check my notes because I have notes today. All right, we're gonna wrap our legs around. Meet me in a downward dog position. Pedal out your feet, just stretching those hamstrings a little deeper. Hopefully this time around you can feel your heels dropping closer to the mat as we've warmed up the body, increased our range of motion. I want you to bring your right knee to your chest and then kick it back into a three-legged dog. We're gonna bring our right knee forward into a 90-degree angle, gently place it down on the ground into a high pigeon pose. We're gonna just start with keeping our hands and our chest up, letting our body adjust to the pose. If you want to bring your right or your left toes up, bring that leg off the floor. It'll help you sit deeper into that right hip. And when you're ready, or if you're ready, you can bring your hands down into a forward fold. I like to rock side to side, seeing if there's any areas of tightness or a trigger point that I can kind of hold and loosen up my hips because they stay pretty tight between running and sitting at a desk. When you're ready, bring your hands back up. We're gonna come back down into a downward dog. Shake it out, walk your feet, pedaling out any stiffness that you may have. We're gonna bring our left knee to our chest and we're gonna kick it back into a three-legged dog. We're gonna do the same thing on the left side. So bring that left knee forward, trying to get parallel to your hands. We're gonna hold it here again, just gradually letting our body get into this stretch. When you're ready, you can fold forward. Definitely more tight on this side today. ready, bring those hands up. I'm gonna come back down into a downward facing dog. Last time we're here, pedal those feet out. And when you're ready, come to a seated position. I'm gonna swing to the side here so everyone can see what I'm doing. We're gonna do a reverse pigeon pose, or I also like to call this a figure 8 stretch. We're gonna bring our right shin over our left thigh. We're gonna lie down, and you can wrap your arms through the center of your leg and on the outside of your leg. Either grab your shin or the back of your thigh. And as you lay down, you're gonna gently pull that left leg into your chest, opening up the right hip. For a deeper stretch, you can go around your shin. Just making sure anytime you're holding onto your leg that you're not grabbing your knee joint or any joints for that matter, and increasing pressure when we don't want to. If you want to, gently rock side to side, noticing any areas that might be tighter than the other. Okay, when you're ready, bring your feet back down and reverse sides. So this time, left leg is gonna come over the right thigh, and your hands are gonna grab onto the right leg. You're gonna rock side to side again. Feet come back down, move to your right side and gently come back up. All right, we're gonna move into our relaxation series. So if you have a hoodie, a blanket, anything, if you wanna dim the lights just to make yourself more comfortable before we start winding down our practice and coming into our final resting pose, go ahead and do that now. We're gonna come onto our back. I want you to bring your feet into your hands. We're gonna do a happy baby pose here. Waking up or stretching out those hamstrings one last time. This is a really good exercise for new moms. It helps you feel your pelvic floor. I want you to take a couple of full breaths here. Releasing any tension that may still be lingering from this class or before. Seeing if you can maybe bring your legs out a little wider with each breath. Okay, we're gonna bring our arms out into a T position. We're gonna gently twist our knees over to meet our right hand. If you want to, you can put your right hand on top of your left thigh. You're just gonna look over your left shoulder and arm. Gentle supine twist. Release that leg. Knees come to chest. And then we're gonna go the opposite direction. Knees are gonna go over to our left side, and we're gonna gently gaze over our right shoulder and hand. Knees are gonna come to chest one last time. We're just gonna windshield wiper our knees side to side, gently rolling out our back, giving ourselves a nice little massage. If you wanna grab onto your shins to do this and roll side to side, go ahead. This is really good for just massaging out all those tension points around our spine before we relax. We're gonna come to our side, and when you're ready, we're going to lay flat on our back. into Shavasana. Stay here for a few minutes, allowing yourselves to fully relax before we continue on with our days. If you want to, generate heat with your hands by rubbing them together for a few moments. Then I want you to place your palms on your eyelids, that heat that you just created, allowing yourself to enjoy the warmth, the sensation that comes from allowing your eyes to close and to give yourself permission to rest right now. Be proud that you showed up for yourself today, that you took this time for you, for your body, to nourish your soul and your spirit. You can rest your hands to your side when you're ready. I want you to just focus now on your breath once more. I want you to breathe into the count of 4 again. Hold it. Breathe out for 4. Just allowing your belly to rise and fall. I want you to focus on any worries or any stressors that are going on for you right now. We're going to work on releasing those and giving ourselves permission to focus on the things that bring us happiness and joy. I want you to visualize that you're laying by a babbling stream or a river. Leaves are gently falling off the trees. Maybe it's fall like it is right now outside. And these leaves are vibrant and colorful, and you can just hear the roaring water around you. As the leaves fall onto the stream, I want you to picture the things that you're worried about just gently taking place on top of those leaves and just floating down the stream, watching them go by one. Maybe they're little worries or maybe they're big, but allowing yourself to give yourself that time to let them go and knowing that it's okay. Especially if those worries are things that are out of our control, things that we cannot change. Is it someone else's behavior, something that's happening at work? Just slowly giving each leaf a worry and letting it go. Take as many breaths as you need to get through all the leaves, all the worries. When you're ready, bring that attention back to your breath. Slowly bringing your awareness to the present moment as you flutter your eyes open. If you need to take some more time here to rest, that choice is yours. You have permission to do so. Rest as long as you need. But if you're ready, go ahead and gently roll to your right side into a fetal position. And then slowly push yourself up and meet me in a cross-legged seated position. I'm proud of you for showing up today and doing this practice with me. I'm a total newbie when it comes to being a yoga instructor, so thank you for choosing to take one of my practice videos as I get better and challenge myself to grow with this. I will be posting more videos and more practices coming soon, and I just appreciate each and every one of you for showing up, not only for yourselves, but giving me a chance to teach you today. Thank you.